How do astrology, mindset, nutrition, emotional wellness, finances, and personal growth work together? They don't work as separate categories of self. They behave more like one interconnected operating system where each domain feeds and regulates the others. If one layer is off, the rest compensate until they eventually wobble. Here's a clean way to see it. The integrated human system. Think of a person like a 6-layer feedback loop engine. Astrology is baseline pattern plus timing weather. Mindset is interpretation lens. Nutrition, chemical stability, energy supply. Emotional wellness, nervous system regulation. Finances, resource security, stress load. Personal growth, behavioral evolution loop. Each one talks to the others constantly. Astrology. Astrology isn't fate here, it's tendency mapping. It describes how you process stress, Moon, how you act under pressure, Mars, what you value, Venus, how you think, Mercury. How it connects. It shapes mindset tendencies. It influences emotional regulation style. It affects how you respond to money, food, and relationships. Example, a highly Saturn influenced chart often shows restrictive mindset patterns, stress around finances, emotional suppression, burnout, fatigue, eating, or control cycles. Astrology is why your system leans a certain way under pressure. This would be your default settings and weather patterns. Mindset, the control panel. Mindset is not positive thinking. It is your interpretation engine. It answers, what does this situation mean? Is this safe or threatening? Can I handle this? How it connects. Shapes eating behavior. I deserve this versus I'm not allowed this. Shapes financial behavior. Avoidance versus structure. Shapes emotional reactions. Panic versus regulation. Example loop. Stress. I'm failing. Emotional dysregulation. Impulse spending or overeating. More stress. Mindset is a translator between life and reaction. Nutrition is biochemical stability. Nutrition is the fuel plus neurotransmitter supply chain. It directly affects dopamine, motivation, serotonin, mood stability, cortisol, stress response, blood sugar, emotional volatility. How it connects. Poor nutrition, unstable mood, distorted mindset. Stable nutrition. Emotional regulation becomes easier. Emotional stress, food choices become reactive. Low, for example, for low protein plus high sugar, mood swings, impulsive decisions, financial plus emotional instability. Nutrition is the physical foundation of emotional clarity. Emotional wellness, nervous system regulation. This is the central processing unit of the whole system. It governs how stress is stored, how conflict is handled, how safe or unsafe the world feels, how it connects. Dysregulated emotions, emotional spending, eating, and decision making. Regulated emotions, better financial discipline and clearer thinking. Emotional overload, shutdown mindset plus avoidance behaviors. Example loop. Emotional overwhelm, avoidance, ignored bills, financial stress, more emotional overwhelm. Emotional wellness is the bridge between internal state and external behavior. Finances, externalized nervous system. Money is not just economics, it is safety signaling in physical form. It affects stress levels, identity, security, and decision-making confidence. How it connects. Financial stress, cortisol spikes, emotional instability. Emotional instability, poor financial decisions. Stable finances, improved mindset plus health choices. Example. Uncertainty in income, anxiety, emotional eating, fatigue, reduced productivity, more financial instability. Finances are the environmental mirror of internal regulation. Personal growth, the feedback loop. This is where change actually happens. Personal growth is, what do I do differently next time I notice this pattern? It connects everything. Mindset shifts behavior. Behavior shapes emotional patterns. Emotional regulation stabilizes finances and health. Health stabilizes thinking. Astrology helps you anticipate patterns instead of reacting blindly. Personal growth is the system updater. How they all connect. The loop. Here is the actual cycle. Astrology shows tendency. This is your default reaction style. Mindset interprets situation. This is what I think is happening. Emotional system reacts. This is how safe I feel. Body responds. Nutrition physiology. This is my energy state. Financial behavior expresses stability or chaos. This is how I handle resources. Personal growth adjusts behavior. Next time I respond differently. Then the loop repeats, but ideally at a higher level. Simple way to say it, if we compress everything, astrology is pattern, tendencies, mindset is interpretation, emotion is reaction or response, nutrition is fuel stability, money is external stress signal, growth is system correction. The key insight, this is the power. Most people try to fix one layer only. Diet only, mindset only, money only, healing only. But real transformation happens when you change one layer and support the other so the system doesn't revert. Example, you improve mindset but don't regulate stress. Behavior collapses. You fix finances but emotional system stays dysregulated. Spending rebounds. I'm offering multi-layer system alignment, how your patterns, emotions, body, money, and decisions interact, and how to stabilize them.